Radiofrequency identification, or RFID, is probably best known for inventory control. Big box stores, like Walmart, are using RFID tags to make it easier to track their boxes and pallets. But it's also being used to make it much harder to counterfeit identification and easier to ride public transit. We found out more at the RFID Seminar in Toronto, which was hosted by the Information Technology Association of Canada. David Smith is Director of Program Services for the Province of Ontario's Presto System Project. He explains how RFID would make it easier to pay your fare for the bus or train.
So this is the Presto card that GO Transit and other transit systems will use. The user will tap on when he gets to a reader at a GO Transit station, and it'll be set for their origin and destination, and it'll automatically deduct their fare that they pay, and then they can get off at Union Station and tap at a subway station and take off a TTC fare as well.
Why do we do this?
Speed is essential in this. We can do a transaction in a third of a second. If you can imagine people, 2,000 people lining up to get on a bus or going through TTC turnstiles, etc., speed is what we need.
If you work in Toronto and live in the suburbs, you might have to take 2 transit systems to get to work. GO Transit has buses and trains coming in from the surrounding regions, and the Toronto Transit Commission operates the city buses and subway. You can get on the subway quickly if you have tokens, but if you don't have a token or Metro Pass, your only other option is to line up to pay cash. The Canadian government is using RFID in its diplomatic passports, according to Leslie Crone, the Director of Passport Canada's International Program Division. The event organizers would not allow us to film Crone, but we sat in on her briefing. She said by 2011 the government plans to have e-passports in place for everyone. In addition to RFID, the e-passports can be verified by biometrics. Some people are concerned that hackers could get the information, but another speaker said you should not confuse e-passports with the enhanced driver's licenses. Catherine Johnston is vice chair of the RFID Forum's Security, Privacy and Safety Subcommittee. She says the privacy concerns are due to the type of the card used by the Americans for their enhanced driver's license, or EDL, not something inherently wrong with RFID.
Now, an EDL, according to the U.S. government, will be read from 30 feet away. And actually they'll admit that they can read it from 100 feet away, and the new variation that's in the labs right now is closer to 300 feet away. This is going to send out a mixed message that is not in the interest of anyone, to be honest.
She said it's important to use the right type of RFID. We also heard from a major drug manufacturer that installed RFID to replace the barcode readers in its plant. Ray Jarvis is IT project manager and engineer for GlaxoSmithKline in Mississauga, Ontario. By installing RFID, the drug manufacturer managed to save nearly $200,000, but it was important to install it properly.
Now, one of the challenges that we have in our environment is we have a lot of metal. Our pallets are metal, our P&D stands are metal, crane's metal, everything's metal around it. We chose the low frequency technology because it had the best I guess it would accept metal the easiest.
All the data from RFID is fed into GlaxoSmithKline's office software. Jarvis said with the barcoding system, GlaxoSmithKline had to shut down its production line 200 times a month because of misreads.
So whether it's in a warehouse, on a public transit system, or at a passport control point, RFID is everywhere and is going to become even more ubiquitous in the next few years. But RFID is also subject to interference, and you have to make sure you implement it properly. At the Ontario Trade Investment Centre, this is Greg Mechbach for Network World Canada.